and welcome to this new video for my channel, The Mental Traveler. I'm Caro Herrera, and today I'm going to be reviewing a story called Murder on the Orient Express. I shall be reviewing that book, which was written by Agatha Christie and published in 1934, and its 1974 adaptation. Anyways, before I begin though, let me just say that this will be a spoiler-free video, so you can sit back and enjoy. The famous detective Hercule Poirot takes the Orient Express on his way back to Europe, little guessing that this journey will take a dark side when one of its passengers is found murdered in his cabin. So Poirot takes charge as he meets with the other passengers, trying to find out who is the murderer and what are his or her motivations for the killing. I give Murder on the Orient Express a 4 out of 5 stars review because it was really well crafted, but honestly, mystery novels are just not my favorite genre in literature. So I didn't really fall in love with the book, I just enjoyed it because it's a good classic. I didn't expect what the outcome of the murder case was gonna be though, so kudos to the author for that. And while at times I found the story to be funny, and I admire how well the mystery is laid out, so that we're kept guessing who the murderer is all along, I didn't end up feeling as invested in the plot as I would have liked. Also, I knew the protagonist was quite popular, but because I'd never seen an adaptation of him, I didn't feel that in paper he came out as this very eccentric character with a big personality. Which means that when I finally saw the 70s version, I was very surprised by Albert Finney's portrayal of him, because he seemed to be all over the place and very silly at times. Also, despite that Vanessa Redgrave is my favorite actress besides Vivien Leigh, I thought her portrayal of Mary Debenham was more outgoing and less poised than the book versions. So maybe this was a change in the script, but it did stand out to me. Despite the fact that I've loved reading classics ever since I was a teenager, as well as watching old movies since I was a little girl, I was never really that keen on either reading or watching Murder on the Orient Express until late 2019. I mean, I knew that I would eventually read it because it's a classic, and I was curious as to Agatha Christie's writing style, but I didn't really mind when I was gonna read it because I've never been that fond of reading mysteries. I prefer to watch TV series about them. Still, I always knew that my first Agatha Christie book would be either Murder on the Orient Express or Death on the Nile, because I knew there had been old movies made about them. But yes, in the end I think that I always preferred Murder on the Orient Express because I think there's something very elegant and exotic about this rail train that actually took you all the way from the Middle East to France, so I wanted to learn more about it. I mean, all I'd ever really known or read seen about the Orient Express was from the movie Travels with My Aunt with Maggie Smith. But yeah, anyways, moving on, back in 2019 I gave my best friend the book of Murder on the Orient Express because he's also a big lover of classics. But then when he told me that he was gonna be moving to Europe in 2020 for 6 months, I suddenly felt this urge to read Murder on the Orient Express before he went away. So I asked him to lend me his copy, and that's why I read it at long last. But yeah, I usually prefer watching a movie before reading the book because that way you like the movie and then end up loving the book, and if it's the other way around, you love the book and then hate the movie. But I decided that I wasn't going to watch the movie until I read the novel because I didn't want to have the mystery spoiled for me. But I always knew which adaptation I was going to watch first about Murder on the Orient Express, and that's the one from the 70s because I love all of the actors in it, particularly Vanessa Redgrave, Lauren Bacall, Ingrid Bergman, Albert Finney, Sean Connery, John Gielgud, and Michael York. And while the most recent adaptation, the one from 2017, also has a great cast, which includes Kenneth Branagh as a protagonist, and he was also the director. It also has Judi Dench, William Dafoe, Derek Jacobi, Olivia Colman, Michelle Pfeiffer, Johnny Depp, Penelope Cruz, among many others. My heart still belongs to the older generation of actors from the older movie. Also, there are some famous TV adaptations of Murder on the Orient Express, but at the moment I have no plans of watching them. Maybe I'm gonna see the 2017 version one day, but apparently since Kenneth Branagh is gonna reprise his role of the famous Hercule Poirot in that 2020 adaptation of Death on the Nile, I'm probably gonna watch that movie first before reading the book, and it's also gonna be my introduction to Kenneth Branagh as this very famous character in literature. And now I wanna see what it's like to watch an adaptation of an Agatha Christie novel before reading the book. For the moment though, this is all I have to say about Murder on the Orient Express. Thank you so much for watching my review of this story. Please let me know if you enjoyed it or not, as well as what are your own thoughts on the book, on the author, on the movie adaptations of it, on the author's other works, because I would love to talk about it all with you. But yes, in the description box below you can find a link to the movie's IMDB page as well as a link to the Goodreads page. Anyways, I'm Caro Herrera, the Mental Traveler, and I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. I'll be seeing you soon. Goodbye!